In the quiet suburbs of Willow Creek, where lawns were perfectly trimmed and mailboxes stood in straight lines, the neighborhood lived under one shadow of the HOA, ruled by none other than Karen Whitmore. She was loud, bossy, and believed she owned every house on the block. From the day I moved in, she decided I didn't belong. My truck was too loud, my dog too big, my flag too bright, and worst of all, she hated my ATV. That ATV was my pride, my weekend joy. I would ride it across the dirt trails, escaping the suffocating rules of the HOA. Karen complained constantly, calling it dangerous, ugly, and disruptive. But the real reason was simple: she couldn't control me. One Saturday morning, I walked to my garage to take the ATV out, only to find the space empty. The padlock on the door was cut clean. Panic hit me. Someone had stolen it. I called the sheriff and waited, furious, pacing on my driveway. Then I heard laughter. Jessica Whitmore, Karen's 18-year-old daughter, came roaring down the street riding my ATV, her friends recording with their phones, cheering as if it was a show. I stepped into the road, my anger boiling. "Get off my ATV," I yelled. She slowed but smirked. "Relax, old man. It's just an ATV. Everyone knows I can do whatever I want around here." I clenched my fists. "That machine costs more than your car. You broke into my garage and stole it. Get off now." Jessica rolled her eyes. "My mom said I could. Besides, you should be grateful I'm making your junk look cool." Just then, Karen stormed out, coffee mug in hand, hair wild but voice sharp as ever. "Don't you dare talk to my daughter like that. She was just borrowing it. If you didn't want it taken, you should have locked it better." I pointed at the cut lock. "She broke in. That's theft." Karen's eyes blazed. "She's a child. You can't accuse her like this. And if you call the sheriff, you'll regret it. Jessica is untouchable." But I had already called. Minutes later, deputies arrived. They saw the broken lock, the ATV, and Jessica still perched on it like a queen. "Miss Whitmore, step off the vehicle," one deputy ordered. Jessica scoffed. "This is stupid. My mom said I could. It's not a crime." Karen charged forward. "You dare accuse my daughter? This man has been harassing us since he moved in. He probably set this up to frame her." The deputy held up the lock. "Ma'am, this is forced entry." "That's a crime," Karen shrieked. "She's applying to colleges. You can't ruin her future. She's special." Jessica smirked again. "Told you, I'm untouchable." But that smirk vanished when the deputies cuffed her. Her friends scattered. Karen screamed threats of lawsuits as they drove Jessica away. She turned to me, venom in her voice. "You've made the biggest mistake of your life." The weeks that followed were war. Karen buried me in HOA complaints. My grass was too long, my fence too short, my dog too loud. Letters came with fines almost daily, but I stood firm. Jessica was facing charges of breaking and entering, theft, property damage. Karen tried everything to save her, begging the sheriff, calling favors, even showing up at my door late at night. "Drop the complaint," she hissed. "If you don't, I'll destroy you." I stared her down. "The day you moved here, my life became miserable." "I'm not dropping anything." Court day arrived. Karen walked in like she owned the place. Jessica dressed in designer clothes, smirking as always. But evidence spoke louder. Security footage from a neighbor's camera showed Jessica cutting the lock. Witnesses testified. Even her friends' videos caught her bragging about being untouchable. The courtroom shifted. Jessica's smirk faded. Karen tried screaming interruptions, calling it all lies, but the judge silenced her. The verdict was clear: guilty. Jessica was sentenced to probation, community service, and restitution for damages. Her college dreams shattered, her reputation destroyed. Karen could do nothing but watch. She lost her power that day. The HOA backed off, the harassment stopped, and I got my ATV back, restored and running. Every time I ride down those trails, wind in my face, I remember that day. Karen and Jessica thought they were untouchable, but in the end, the law touched them both. And justice rode with me.